Hey guys, welcome to episode number 5. This episode is brought to you by steak and red wine, because fuck vegans, that's why. Hello everybody, hello, welcome to episode 5. Welcome to episode 5 of Force the Funny. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and clicking on this video or this podcast and watching. We got a good one in store for you today. Stick around, check it out. We're going to talk about farting in the shower. We're going to talk about the DMV, maybe. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. I got some more of Casey and I going through misconnections for you guys, and I'm going to wrap it up with a nice sentiment at the very end, as usual. So, stick around, and let's have some fun, shall we? Alright. Sorry if I'm a little whited out, by the way. There's a lot of light going on today. So, alright, the first thing I want to talk about today is something completely evil. Something so terrible, only the most heinous of human beings could possibly ever do it. But first, some backstory. So my fiance and I have been together for a long time. We've been together for about 8 years now, right? In those 8 years, we've done a lot of things with and in front of each other, alright? For example, we've been to the beach with each other. We've also peed in the shower in front of each other, alright? We've gone to Portland with each other. We've also farted in the sheets in front of each other. Okay? A lot of things. But there's a line, I think. I think there's a very strict line that cannot be crossed. And I'm here to say right now that if she ever pees in the sheets or farts in the shower, we're done. That's it. It's over. I will not have it. Because farting in the shower is probably the most evil thing you could ever do to somebody. I know what you're thinking. Michael, how is farting in the shower the most evil thing ever? People murder each other and rape each other and kidnap each other. How could farting in the shower possibly be one of the worst things you could do as a human being? Well, I'll fucking tell you, alright? I'll fucking tell you right now. Farting in the shower is by far the most evil thing in the world, because if you are with somebody in the shower and you fart, that person is now entrapped in that shower with your stink and cannot leave. What am I supposed to do? Just be done washing my hair halfway through and exit the shower? No, I've got to stay in and finish the shower with the smell of doo-doo in my mouth and nose, alright? And if you've ever farted in the shower by yourself, you are very aware that that stink is way worse than any normal fart ever, alright? It is inexcusable, it is terrible, and it is evil. So do not fart in the shower with your significant other. Period. Or they have complete and utter they have the right to leave or kick you directly out. And I'm making that line right now. I am here to say enough is enough. No more farting in the shower. Okay? Alright. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, it's time to talk about something else. Right. This day and age, with all the extreme political views and all the left and right and this, that, and the other, you know, so many people, especially the left, and I'm not going to name names, or I'm not going to say that the left is bad or the right is good, or no, I'm not here to talk political with you guys. That is my own thoughts and opinions that I will keep to myself, and we don't get political on here. But I am going to get political for half a second after I take a sip of this delightful Michael Posan 2015 Merlot. Delicious. Now, that is what we were powered by today, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, people always say, well, people have been saying a lot nowadays that they want the government to help them, right? They want free health care. They want universal basic income. People are saying now they basically want the government, the federal government, the major government to have control of most things in their life, right? They want them to pay them. They want them to house them. They want them to give them health care. Just every aspect almost in life. Okay? And I understand to a point. But here's my question. Have you ever been to the DMV or the post office? Have you? Because they're fucked up. And these are the few things. These are some of the few things that we allow the government to completely handle for us, right? And they can't even do those right or efficiently, right? Have you ever been to the post office with one package to mail, and then you were there for 3.5 goddamn hours? Or the DMV, and all you needed to do was submit one form or get something transferred over, and what happens? You gotta wait for 2 hours before you ever get a number, and then you finally get a number, and you gotta wait for another hour and a half, and then you talk to the person, and it takes another 2-3 hours. It's a whole goddamn day ordeal. Okay, so why in the world would you want the government to control anything else in your life when they can't even do the few things we let them do correctly? In my opinion, that's like asking a baby to chew with their mouth closed before they can even hold a spoon. The government can't even hold a spoon properly, and we expect them to chew with their mouth closed. And I just think it's ridiculous. If you're one of these people, I love you. But look at what the government already does for us and how terribly they do their jobs. They can't get anything done properly or on time. They can't make anybody happy, but you want them to pay you, control your income. You want them to give you health care, control everything for you. But they can't even chew with their mouth closed. They can't even hold a spoon, and you want them to chew with their mouth closed. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And you need to pull your head out of your ass, alright? You know what? This video might not even be edited today. You know what? I'm just thinking about it. It's totally off topic. I've already said my point. I'm done. This video might not even get edited. You know why? Because I'm on a roll right now. I'm fucking going. This is going great. I'm loving this. There's some great energy we got going today. That might be the wine and the steak talking that I mentioned earlier. Fuck vegans. But actually, I have a few friends that are vegans. Those are lovely people. But the rest of you, all right. Well, that's enough. I think that's enough of my little bit of I think that's enough of yelling at the camera for this little bit. We've been we're 8 minutes in already or something like that. 8-7 minutes in. Sounds good. It's really entertaining. So let's just keep this rolling, and I'm gonna shoot this over to past Michael and Casey and let them take it over. Now, without further ado, missed connections. Hey guys, what's up? It's Michael, future Michael over here, letting you guys know that unfortunately we're not going to be having the regularly scheduled programming that I had promised you guys. We're not going to be having the missed connections from last week. I went through them, and the second half, I was pretty drunk and being mean, and not mean, but it just wasn't funny. I was interrupting and being rude, and it's not something I want to put out there as okay or something. Or I don't want you guys getting mad at me, or you know what I mean? So it just wasn't funny. So we're not going to have that this episode. I know I promised it, but I'm sorry. We're not having that. But nothing to replace that with, okay? So it's just going to be a short episode today. But next episode... No, episode number 7, we're going to have a brand new segment called Comedians You Should Know, where I'm going to introduce you guys to a couple of my favorite comedians and show you my favorite bit from those comedians. These are just people that I think you should know. If you're not a fan of comedy or follow it like I do, you might not know these people, or you might know these people. Some of them are pretty famous. Just maybe not mainstream famous or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be the basis or that's gonna be our new segment in episode number 7. So look forward to that. Again, I apologize to you guys about not having the missed connections with Casey and I in this episode. Hopefully, episode number 8, I'll get Casey back on camera, and we'll go through some more missed connections. I'm thinking we're gonna do Las Vegas for this next one, so that should be interesting. So yeah, I'll just let past Michael take it from here. Oh shit! I didn't see you guys there. Sorry. I was nothing. I wasn't doing anything. I promise. Anyway, hope you guys really enjoyed that segment. Casey and I had a lot of fun recording it for you guys. If you'll notice, I'm wearing different clothes. That's a different day. This is this day. All right. Now that that's out of the way, I got one last little sentiment for you guys for this episode. To bring it down to a serious note, a little bit of a serious note. We're not going to get too crazy. Put the pen down, Michael. You're not going to use it. This is my notebook. Get it out of frame. You don't need to know that. Anyway, I got one more kind of serious sentiment for you guys today. It's about arguing with emotion. Okay. Now, as of late, I've been having a lot of discussions with people and conversations and maybe arguments to a point, but I've been having a lot of discussions with people of late of various ranging topics. I won't bring up any specifics because I don't want the people I'm referring to or talking about. Well, not really. I'm not going to be really talking about the people themselves, but I don't want the people that were in these circumstances with me to feel I'm attacking them or that I'm going to... So I'm no specifics, but basically arguing with emotion is never... I'm not going to say never. It's usually not a good idea. Sorry for the cough. It's usually not a good idea. Okay? Usually, when you argue with emotion, you end up thinking irrationally, saying things that you don't mean to say or that you don't have advanced, or you don't have, what's the word? Knowledge about. Or, it's like, it's just like arguing with emotion. So, the way to argue, or the way to converse with somebody that disagrees with you, is to do it rationally and logically with facts and statistics and real-world examples. Because by arguing this way, by conversing in this way, you don't hurt people's feelings. Well, people are pussies nowadays and sensitive as fuck, and you sneeze in somebody's direction and you hurt their feelings. So that's a little bit anyway. But you get your point across more concisely. You make more sense, and you don't, for the most part, become enraged or enrage the other person. Now, when you argue emotionally, okay, you'll usually leave out facts and statistics and real-world examples for anecdotal evidence or your own personal opinion. Not just opinion, but your own personal, I wouldn't say viewpoint either, but experience. And you're not making a realistic argument. Okay? You're not moving anything forward. All you do is reinforce your own bias and usually upset or what's the word? Like upset or degrade or put down the other person that you're conversing with. I recently had 2 different arguments. Well, I wouldn't say arguments because they weren't heated, or one of them wasn't heated, but 2 different conversations with 2 different people about the same topic in one day. Like an hour apart from each other. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what the conversation was about or any of the details of it. I'm just going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. So I was conversing with this first person, and we brought up a certain topic, and I had a very different opinion on the topic than they had. Okay? But instead, so I bring up this different opinion. And instead of this person getting mad at me or becoming offended by the words I said, they said, "Oh, wow, that's interesting. Why do you think this way?" And I gave them examples, or I gave them reasons why I think this way. I explained my position rationally and logically. I used facts, and I used real-world evidence and studies. And at the end of the day, we might not have come to a agreement per se. We might not have ended up thinking the same about the subject, but we had a nice civil conversation, a nice rational, calm conversation about the subject. Now, fast forward about an hour. Another person, I'm sitting with a different person altogether. This other people left, new people came. I'm sitting with a new group, and the same topic comes up. Okay. And the person, immediately, when the topic comes up, I see the person that is bringing up this topic is already kind of emotional about it. They ask it very, what's the word? I keep saying that, don't I? I can't find my words today. They're very fired up about this subject immediately upon bringing it up. And I see this, and I say, I tell them very specifically, flat out, I said, listen, I do not want to have this conversation with you. I do not want to have this argument with you, because you are very obviously strongly opinionated on this subject and emotional about this subject, and we are not going to find any common ground. We are not going to make any progress here. This is going to end badly. And then, after making this statement, I was then shouted down from I was then told, "No, well, I want to talk about it, so we're talking about it." And then I was then yelled at by a very emotional person about a subject, and there was no progress made. And I sat there and I shut down. I looked straight ahead, and I not ignored, but I did not engage, and I did not give them any fuel for their fire, because you cannot have a reasonable argument or conversation with somebody that is arguing with emotion. Okay? It just doesn't work out. So my piece of advice, a little anecdote for you. Just a little example. I'm not some philosopher. I'm not Jordan B. Peterson or Ben Shapiro. I'm not going to sit here and rattle off all these different things to you. I'm just giving you a story, a little bit of a lesson. I mean, maybe not a lesson, but just a little story, something to think about, something to look into, something to, food for thought, I suppose. So just think about that as I leave you here today. Think about a time where you argued emotionally and how out of control it can get. In this day and age, with the country feeling and appearing so divided, shouting somebody down and coming at somebody aggressively and arguing with emotion is no way to approach the world anymore. It doesn't work. It won't fix anything. And you're just going to divide more people than you bring together. So next time you go to argue with somebody or have a conversation with somebody, leave your emotions and your bias out of it. Give your opinion and back it up with rationality, facts, statistics, and real-world examples. Because that is the only way you're ever going to change anybody's mind or make anybody informed about the subject that you feel is such a important one. Okay? And that's where I'm going to leave you guys off today. I do really appreciate everybody that watches these videos. I thank you very much for getting to this point. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel Force the Funny. Subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, maybe Spotify one day. Subscribe to us on there. You can find me on Twitch at Michael Duh George, Twitch TV / Michael Duh George. leave us a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Leave a review on iTunes and Google Play. It really helps out. Rate it. Leave a like on this video. And as always, guys, thank you for coming over.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
No thanks.
Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Nope.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Alright then.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.